Alright, first time playing Bastion. I just got the game. It literally was like $2-3. I was playing Hades. Got recommended this game, so we'll go ahead and try it out. Don't know where the cam's going to be at, so let's go ahead and start. We'll see what the controls are like too. I don't know the controls exactly, so.
Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one.
Okay.
Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky.
I think the cam's gonna be.
He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble.
Ooh.
Ground forms up under his feet as it pointing the way. He don't stop to wonder why.
What is with the random line?
Finds
going
his
through there?
lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion. He sees what's left of the rippling walls.
Oh, I come
Years
just
of
ran
work
off and
undone
died.
in an instant. In the calamity. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella, forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Fella got a piece of him, though.
This plays exactly like Hades.
Kid just rages for a while.
Narration is actually pretty funny.
An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do. Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink. School of squirts tunnels up around him. Must have fled here from the mines.
Hey, you made it, man. Okay.
He sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him for his drinking did. Rondi always wanted his ashes scattered here. Then Kid finds his trusty shield.
Okay.
Security takes him for a petty thief. Special delivery. Gas fellas. Windbags start turning up the last call.
Stone ham with the hammer.
More squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid.
Oh my lord! Why did it do so much damage?
Kid sees the way to the Bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop.
Out the window. Okay. Escape. Okay, yeah. Dead boy.
He gets a good look at things on his way down. He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke. Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back.
What's this?
The kid pockets a memento from a breaker, once the fastest men in the land.
Okay, you can't.
And then he falls to his death.
Oh yes, you can.
I'm just fooling. Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid. Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome. He finds the distillery right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
Okay, so you get health, critical, or absorb fragments.
The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
Cannot move off iron. Ounces.
He's a mighty fast learner.
Oh, I can only use.
Kid better watch his step.
Rip.
Bad time to run out of black tonic.
Confusing me with the
ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The Bastion's real close now. Kid takes a chunk of alloy. Smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air.
Oh, what the hell is that?
Scumbags. The kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did. Robs a scumbag of his last meal. Kid puts him out of his misery. He finds the core to the Wharf District. He steals the city's heart. Might as well. Kid has a feeling he better get a move on. The place is starting to fall. See, that core Kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat. Well, down he goes. Down toward the Bastion. Now the kid sees something stranger still. His mind races. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me. We talk for a spell. There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest. Enough to point the way to the cores. All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there. Then watch.
Okay.
Just like that, the Bastion comes alive. Starts growing again. Growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use.
Okay.
Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown. Kid ponders what to build. Makes time to sample spirits from my personal supply. Squirt cider will toughen you right up. Too bad about the musty aftertaste. Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him. The Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands.
What is this? Interesting. So these are different stages we're going to.
Now he lands at the intersection between bad and wrong. Ought to be a core down one of these twisted streets. But which one? He heads for the squirt steps. Won't be no field trip this time. Scumbag can digest just about anything. Except for this. It's quick for slicing and light enough to throw.
Fast.
most rambunctious squirts can be tamed. No sign of the core here. At least the kid got something for his trouble. Them squirts just don't know when to quit. He heads for the biggest dump in town. Scumbag alley. Some scumbag still feeding off the city's own trash. And there he is. The oldest scumbag of them all. Gershel. Much for Gershel's sunny disposition. Keeps telling himself he better watch his step. They always said old Gershel wouldn't go without a fight. No core, no surprise. Like the gas fellas are hiding it from him. Up north is where the gas fella foreman used to live, tending to his flock. Know why gas fellas all dress alike? Kids wondering the same thing. And there it is. But it's locked down tight in an alloy cage. A blustery old foreman is keeping his fellas in check. Almost like he's showboating for the crowd.
Oh my goodness.
And now there's a new marshal in town. He hears the whole place groan, but it's too tough to fall. Might as well check the other side streets before leaving this hole. He heads for the east side, where windbags used to keep the local forge. Somehow that old forge is still standing. Inside the forge, Key can fine-tune those instruments of his.
Cripple?
The little Zolwood oil on that blade shines like a light.
Unlock it!
Kid's lifelong friends looking fit to keep on fighting. With a good length of meat-gut, that bow's like new again.
Okay, nice.
Kid's ready to go, and his ticket out's right where he started. Odd place to find the likes of Percy the Snitch. Never much cared for that big wide grin of his.
Huh? Oh, you're not supposed to do that. Ah, here it is. Interesting.
He comes back, just like I knew he would. The core hums in his pack. The monument's calling for it. The windbags used to be all right. Then the calamity took the floor out from under him. Kid does it again. Only fair he decides what we build next. Bastion's a place of peace, but we can hold our own if we have to. A bow and a machete, every bit as effective as the fancier stuff.
Okay, cool. Let's get one more.
Picked up traces of other cores while the kid was out.
Do one more so we can get all of our little buildings up.
Couples used to walk the sundown path. Kid
Sing
ain't
a
here
lull.
But then, somebody gets to the core before the kid. The floor starts giving way under the lightest step. A single panic squirt can bring the whole place down. Fragments of the old world rain from the sky. Well, the path ain't exactly open to visitors no more. Security's all fired up. See, the path was intended for leisurely strolling and such. Sky bridges link the path together. One of them bridges whips the kid along. Air travel always was an iffy proposition. But calamity changed everything, even where the wind blows. Well, if we mastered the winds in the old days, we could do it again. Who else could have taken the core? Well, ain't no survivor stole the thing. Scumbag ate it by mistake. Tough break. Unlike the kid, that core ain't coming back. No, they used to ship live munitions down the path. He's wise to toss those things plenty far away. Even gas fellas need some shut-eye from time to time. They get real cranky. his toil, Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming question.
Who took it?
Who else could have survived the calamity? So he didn't find the core that time, but that ain't about to stop us. Ain't always much to say.
I bet you it's the resolution, man.
In better days, the melting pot was sealed tighter than the skin on a squirt. Of all the plans to survive the calamity, it had to be stab weeds. Blasted things hurt like a broken heart. He cuts down every stab weed like there's gonna be a prize for it. If there's a core, he figures it ought to be deeper down. Core's stuck inside one of those fancy cages. He throws a switch. Now what could possibly go wrong? Quite a bit, as it turns out. The cage starts lifting from the core ever so slow. All Kid can do is wait. Shipments start falling in. Not every squirt's born bad. Some spring to the Kid's defense. Judging by the movement of the cage, it's gonna take a little while. Scumbags don't take kindly to interlopers. Even some gas fellas take his corner. Heard he popped that mean old woman. At this rate, maybe 5 more minutes, maybe 30. Hard to tell. Squirts get real territorial around the core. Then a shipment of free samples shows up. It ain't all bad, as the Kid finds some spices from the motherland, tax-free. One thing's for sure, that cage is awful heavy. It's a troublesome scene, to be sure. 9, 8, 7, give or take a few seconds. Finally, the core's within reach. And done. He's got it. Just gotta get to the nearest barge. I still remember the look on his face after that one. The old world's finished, but the new world's just getting started. Folks voyaged across the boundless sea to found Caelondia. It was good living here for a while. A lot of things need fixing up in this world. And we can start right here. Turns out those old bones still have some spark in them.
Okay.
Fetching fizz is like a mouthful of nails, but the benefits are worth it.
That game's very similar to Hades for sure. Very cool. Awesome. I really like that.